get a rest. Now for our second number.
You feel inside, you better be strong. Your love belongs to us. It's cold on the shoulder, and you know that we get a little older every day. Trust, all you need is trust, trust, trust to make it show. I don't want to know everything you've done. If you get a tip, then tell it to the Eskimo. It's cold on the shoulder, and you know that we get a little older every day. Faith, all you need is faith, faith, faith to make it nice. Kicking around, don't be rude. If you're gonna make a mistake, don't you make it twice. It's cold on the shoulder, and you know that we get a little older every day. It's cold on the shoulder, and you know that we get a little older every day. Friend at all. Well, I traded love for pennies, sold my soul for less, lost my deals in that long tongue of time. I've been turned inside out and around about and back again. I found myself right back where I started again. A million, now I've only got a dime, and the difference don't seem quite as bad today. With a nickel or a million, I was searching all the time for something that I'd never lost or left behind. Well, I traded love for pennies, sold my soul for less, lost my deals in that long tongue of time. I've been turned inside out and around about and back again. Found myself right back
It'd be nice if you could see through that just a little.
There's more pretty girls than one. There's more pretty girls than one. Any old town that I ramble all around, and there's more pretty girls than one. Well, the mama talked to me last night, and she gave to me some good advice. She said, son, you ought to quit that old rambling all around and marry you sweet loving wife. There's more pretty girls than one. There's more pretty girls than one. Any old town that I ramble all around, and there's more pretty girls than one. Well, honey, look down that old long, lonesome road. Hang down your pretty head and cry. Lord, I'm thinking all about them pretty little girls, and I'm hoping that I'll never die. There's more pretty girls than one. There's more pretty girls than one. Any old town that I ramble all around, and there's more pretty girls than one. There's more pretty girls than one. There's more pretty girls than one. Any old town that I ramble all around, and there's more pretty girls than one.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and good evening. We apologize for the sound confusion here. I'm sure that the sound crew is doing the same.
Actually, they didn't know how to act when they didn't see a banjo up here. Confused them completely. Yeah, Mark don't know how to act either.
We have an instrumental here that was written by Bill Monroe. Can you find that ring before we proceed? That would be great. If you could.
It's 10.
Yeah, the Gold Rush. this band here, and we'll have this recording will have some other players on it too. This tune is called Never Meant to Be.
Of the night, all I hear is the ringing in my ears, and my eyes are full of tears that I can't see. And I'll seek comfort in bad places, and I'll try to forget the faces of the many friends who say that it was never meant to be. But you can always write it off by saying that it was never meant to be. Though you once told me we'd always be as one. You wish me a better day as you turn your back away, and you write it off by saying it was never meant to be. Well, I've left some damage in my wake, but I have the liberty to take the time to say it ain't all my fault alone. I've been deceived and I've been forced to leave my anger and my grieving in a heart that's still believing it was always meant to be. But you can always write it off by saying it was never meant to be. Though you once told me we'd always be as one. And then you wish me a better day as you turn your back away, and you write it off by saying it was never meant to be. Well, you've turned to beauty in your charm, to a weapon to badly harm the man you said was the best friend you had known. Then your ways are justified by stubborn, foolish pride, and the price is paid by me, 'cause that's the way it's meant to be. Well, you can always write it off by saying it was never meant to be. Though you once told me we'd always be as one. And then you wish me a better day as you turn your back away, and you write it off by saying it was never meant to be. Well, there's no dignity remaining, and the love ain't worth retaining anymore. So let's just do each other in, and leave the sadness and the fury to the judgment of a jury, and the signatures that saying it was never meant to be. Well, you can always write it off by saying it was never meant to be. Though you once told me we'd always be as one. And then you wish me a better day as you turn your back away from me, and then you write it off by saying it was never meant to be. And then you wish me a better day as you turn your back away, and you write it off by saying it was never meant to be.
Might add that tune was written by Tony. An original one.
Yeah, Tony forgot to mention that. Tony did write that particular song. And we would like to mention for you people that like to take record albums home, Tony's records are on sale over here at the Kaleidoscope booth, right over here. And right after our set also, we bought a limited number of first issue Tony Rice t-shirts that we're going to have on sale right over here on this table. And we'll be over there right now.
flashing and the icy wind did blow. The water seeped into his shoes and the drizzle turned to snow. His eyes were red, his hopes were dead, and the wine was running low. And the old man came home from the forest. Well, his tears fell on the sidewalk as he stumbled in the street. A dozen faces stopped to stare, but no one stopped to speak. Well, his castle was a hallway, and the bottle his only friend. And the old man stumbled in from the forest. The old man made his way, his ragged coat around him as upon his cot he lay. And he wondered how it happened that he ended up this way, getting lost like a fool in the forest. And as he lay there sleeping, the vision did appear. Upon his mantle shining the face of one so dear, who'd loved him in the springtime of a long forgotten year, when the wildflowers did bloom in the forest. And she touched his grizzled fingers and she called him by his name. And then he heard the joyful sound of children at their game, in an old house on a hillside in some forgotten town, where the river runs down from the forest. Big jets soar above the canyon streets, and the common but life goes on, for the city never sleeps. And to an old forgotten soldier, the dawn will come no more, for the old man has come home from the forest.
Thank you very much. We'll turn Jimmy Gaudreau loose here with the mandolin and let him do a tune that Frank Wakefield authored this. To some degree, he did.
True. Frank Wakefield is definitely one of my favorite mandolin players, and
Slight bit of plagiarism, Howard.
You don't know how tough it is on me tonight, because John Reichman's sitting right down here in the front row, just finished off eating a pizza, one of my favorite things, and he's also one of my favorite mandolin players, and he's putting the evil eye on me right now.
A pizza with avocado on it, no less. No place but in California could you find that.
New Camptown Races.
flesh and bone, he is mostly wood. He never does grow impatient for the changes that I don't know. And if he can't go to heaven, honey, I don't want to go, son. Me in the key of G, and you can call me Uncle John. Any fool can easily see that we go back a long time. Some kind of like finding me, there's no such a thing as the wrong time. He hops upon my knee, singing get down, pops, it's song time. Every now and then, I'm a lonely man. It's nice to know that I got a friend. Puts his power right in my hand. And all I got to do is the best I can, if I can, son. David, I got a bird named Dinah. I got a birthmark on my knee, son, in the shape of mainland China. I got a somewhat southern accent because I come from Carolina. And if you want to find us, we'll be walking right behind you. Well, I hear horns and I hear voices. I hear strings. It seems that I was born with too many choices. What am I going to do? All these extra fingers, son, it certainly confused me. Maybe a few friends will fall by for coffee. I do a little bit of mule skinner blues. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Well, it's me and my guitar. Talk about me and my guitar. Talk about me and my guitar. Talk about me and my guitar. Break it off! Jumping on again. Old train, I've been everywhere you go, and I know what lies beyond each bend. Old train, each time you pass, you're older than the last, and it seems I'm too old for running.